From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, November 26th, Thanksgiving Day. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bush's.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, an automotive reporter at the Detroit Free Press. Bill Ford Jr. released a statement on Thanksgiving Eve that spotlighted Ford Motor Company's rapid response to the coronavirus pandemic over the past 8 months, with a promise to do more. Donate 100 million face masks throughout the country to help people protect themselves during this second round of the virus. Ford cleared approximately $50 million in profit from its government contract to make ventilators this year to replenish the national stockpile, in addition to small sales of PPE. Ford has said it will take those dollars and reinvest in America during this challenging time.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Detroit City Council decision this week opened the door to weed shops and lounges that could look a lot like Apple stores and smoking rooms, based on establishments that have opened elsewhere in Michigan and other states. It's too early to know exactly how Detroit's lounges, or tasting rooms as they're known in some places, will work, or if they'll be popular, but a look at lounges that are operating now may offer some clues. In many ways, the marijuana lounges are like neighborhood bars or private social clubs. So instead of hanging out at home or going to a bar to toss back a shot of booze, you have a place to go to toke, talk, and take the edge off a stressful day. Last year, entrepreneur Anna Germain opened the state's first cannabis consumption lounge, the Rec Center, in Genesee County, just north of Flint. Leafly.com, an online publication focused on the marijuana industry, called it the chill alternative to bars. The Rec Room, as its name implies, is filled with pool and ping pong tables, video games, and board games. It's also, Leafly.com reported, next to a newly opened restaurant, a bonus for patrons who might get the munchies. It's still operating, but Germain said it's now members only, and it's not taking new applications. In Denver, the coffee joint became the city's first licensed cannabis consumption business. When not under pandemic restriction, it sells coffee and allows for social pot through electric vaping and edibles. It's also a retail shop. Other places have themes. One has a speaky vibe, and the other named itself the International Church of Cannabis.
I'm John Carlisle with the Detroit Free Press. For almost 100 years, the Vista Theater was the centerpiece of downtown Negaunee in the Upper Peninsula. A tall, beautiful structure announcing that the city, despite being a small, old mining town, deserved culture and beauty as much as any other place in Michigan. When it closed in 1972, a small but devoted group of residents took over the old movie theater, raising funds, hosting amateur theater performances, and making efforts to renovate it so it could thrive again. Year by year, they slowly made progress. Then came the coronavirus, which shut down construction in the state, which put the renovation plans on hold as the theater was closed, which meant that nobody noticed thousands of gallons of water pooling on one side of the roof over a summer that brought unusually heavy rainstorms. One summer morning, the weight of the water became too much, and the roof caved in. Now, supporters are scrambling to save the grand old building. A brutal Upper Peninsula winter approaches, and there's only so much falling snow a roofless, historic interior can endure. Only so much time before it becomes too late to save it. Just one last chance to make the city's biggest building its most magnificent once again. To find out more, go to freep.com.
This is Brian McCullum, music writer with the Detroit Free Press. Beyoncé will head into the Grammy Awards as the top contender, having racked up 9 nominations during Tuesday's live stream reveal. It could be an historic night on January 31st. The R&B superstar has won 24 Grammys during her career, placing her just 3 behind the Grammys' all-time leading female artist, country bluegrass singer Alison Krauss. Nominations were announced during a first-of-its-kind live event, with presenters popping in by video from around the world to help unveil the list. On the Detroit front, rapper Royce da 5'9" scored the first Grammy recognition of his career, landing a nomination for Best Rap Album with his release The Allegory. It was a big feather in the cap for a long-respected hip-hop figure who has come into his own in recent years, after being best known for his work with Eminem and Slaughterhouse. Fellow Detroit rapper Big Sean also landed a nod Tuesday. He's up for Best Rap Performance for the song Deep Reverence, a collaboration with Nipsey Hussle that appeared on Big Sean's summer album Detroit 2. And gospel singer Kiki Sheard will vie for Best Gospel Album with her self-titled recent release, parts of which were recorded at her family's church on Detroit's west side. For the full rundown of Detroit-related Grammy nominees, head to Freep.com.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department and a preview of the Thanksgiving Day game at Ford Field. And the most unique Turkey Day ever will at least get some normalcy with Lions football. Detroit hosts the Houston Texans at 12:30 on CBS. But will we be treated to what's become a customary loss for the home team? The Lions haven't won on Thanksgiving since 2016, and the last time they played Houston on this day, the Texans came away with the win in overtime. But the Texans, also coached by a former Bill Belichick assistant in Romeo Crennel, have struggled this year too. They are not good at running the ball or stopping their opponents, but they will have the most dynamic player on the field in quarterback Deshaun Watson. And the Lions will be without wide receiver Kenny Golladay and rookie cornerback Jeff Okudah, though with how the rookie has played this season, that may not be all that bad.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out Freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to Freep.com/special offer.